Okay, so in this video we're going to go ahead and evaluate a polynomial, and there will be a separate video for graphing to find a solution. So we'll do it both by just manual process and then looking at our graphing calculators to see how that can make life a little bit easier for us. So first off, this is just plug and chug. So we're going to go ahead and take 1.5 and plug it in for x. Just need to be careful with order of operations, watch your negatives, but we're plugging in 1.5 for x, and then we're going to go ahead and just plug these values into our calculator. So what I'm going to do is just go through each one specifically, write down the value, and then get our total. Okay, so now we've simplified each term, just so we can kind of see, maybe double check your work. This guy is a 4 right there, and then we just got to go ahead and add all these guys up. So we'll go ahead and do that on our calculator. And so our final solution here is 17.6875. There will be a subsequent video where we're going to do the graphing to find the solution. That actually comes in handy and will be helpful, so please make sure you watch that video. And on to our next example. This is how we would evaluate. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and this is a little bit of a summary. Straightforward problems. We're adding or subtracting polynomials, and we're going to then classify our result. So classifying, we're not only going to identify it as number of terms, but also by its degree. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite everything in standard form because I feel that that organizes my work much better. And I'm adding, so I'm actually just going to drop the parentheses because I'm adding. But I look through this, I see a cube right here, so I put in my 2x cubed. I see my square, my linear, so it's just kind of in reverse order here. So I just recopy that down in standard form. And I made a mistake here as I was recopying. I neglected to make that a negative 5x squared. So do not make that same mistake that I just made. Some people find it handy too when they're combining like terms, when there's a lot of things, is they kind of go through and underline stuff as they find the things that are alike. So then we got the 3x squared and the negative 5x squared, and that gives me a negative 2x squared. There's no other x term, so it's just the negative 3x from here. And then I got my negative 4 and a positive 10, and that gives me a positive 6. So here's our polynomial, and because it has more than 3 terms, we would just call it a polynomial. The degree is 3, so it is a cubic polynomial. Okay, so here's our polynomial, and that is our name. Next one here is difference. Now with this one, I am going to make sure that I keep the parentheses here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and distribute this negative just to get rid of it and change all my signs. And then I'm going to rewrite it in order, and I'm going to come down here and write everything. So I have 5x squared minus 6x minus 11 plus 8x cubed minus x squared minus 2. Remember, I changed all the signs. Then I'm going to go through here. I got an x squared and x squared. Wait a second, I got this 8x cubed. It needs to be in standard form, so I make sure I write the 8x cubed first. I've used that. Got the 5x and the negative x. That gives me a positive 4x squared. Then I got my negative 6x, no other x. So I got that one taken care of. A negative 11 and a negative 2 is a negative 13. So there's my polynomial. Let's go ahead and name it. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 terms. This guy is also a cubic, because it's degree 3, polynomial. And there's our polynomial and our name. Okay. And so this video, just to summarize, we were adding and subtracting polynomials and a little bit of evaluating. Make sure you watch the next video on how to evaluate a polynomial using your graphing calculator.